Alright guys, so I have created my new stock setup. It's got my origin. Remember, I'm going to be standing down here. Now I'm going to go ahead and create some toolpaths. The first toolpath that I'm going to do is I'm going to take care of these rabbits. I'd like to cut it out with the contour, the last thing, just in case it does move or shift. At least this is done. So I'm going to create a 2D pocket, and we'll learn a lot more about these different things, but I'm going to start in here with a 2D pocket, and then I get a pop-up. This pop-up is large. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select a tool bit. Because I don't want to do a change, I'm just going to do it with the 1/4 inch bit. I'm going to choose 1/4 inch flat end mill. If that's what I've been using, but I'm going to go to select. I'm going to go to milling tools, inch, the Fusion library, and I am going to select a 1/4 inch flat end mill, which I'm going to select. And then on this, the only thing I'm going to change is I'm going to change the cutting feed rate. I'm going to make it 75. That's all I'm doing on that tab. The next tab is the multi-axis. I'm not messing with that at all. The next tab is geometry, and that wants to know what the pocket selections are. I need to be pretty precise here, and I need to make sure I get these faces. I'm going to select the bottom of these faces, and let's see, I got one more over here. And it should say I have 4 pockets, which I do. You can see that. All right, that is the only thing I'm doing under geometry. I'm not doing anything else. The next thing I'm going to do is heights. All right, now the heights are kind of intimidating at first. Clearance height, that's talking about when it's above. And I apologize, I'm colorblind, but that is up here where it's traveling around. It's traveling higher for this one and the retract height. We'll leave those set at 0.4, 0.2. Our surface isn't that irregular. Okay. Now, the two that are very important is the top height, which I want to be lined up, that's this color here, with the top of my stock. So that one, I would stock top. I would literally choose stock top because I have no offset from when I did my setup. Now the big thing is going to be the bottom height. The top height is where I begin my cut. The bottom height is where I end my cut. So for that, it is going to be, I'm just going to go to selection or selected contours. It won't let me. I think I got to change to selection. I'm going to do a selection, and I'm going to choose that level. So for the rabbits that I'm cutting there, they'll all be cut to that depth. It'll start at the stock top. It'll finish there. All right. Now, I got one more tab that I'm concerned with for right now, and that is passes. Honestly, the maximum step over, okay, I am going to change that a bit. And what step over means as I go through and cut this, how far do you want, if you're overlapping your cuts, how far do you want them, or actually I'm going to leave that 15 hundredths of an inch. That is 60% of the 1/4 inch bit, and that's enough. Honestly, if I really had to sweep out a whole lot of material, I'd use a bigger bit. But for this, that's okay. The only thing I'd look at is multiple depths, but I can do this all in one depth. A 1/4 or an 1/8 of an inch is not particularly deep. If it were deep, you'll see when I do the contours here, I'm going to do that in multiple paths. So I am satisfied. The last one is linking. I'm not touching that for right now. We're not not quite ready for that tab. But that being said, I'm going to go ahead and move this up to where I can get the OK button. So everything is the way I want it. I'm going to go ahead and it will give me a pocket, gives me a check mark, which is a good sign. If I wanted to see what it's going to do, I can simulate this action, and you can see what it's going to do. So it's all going the same direction. So it takes a little time to do this. This is not the most efficient by any means. I might play with it. It's got a lot of lead time above. Honestly, I'd probably go back and forth. But for right now, it's going to do what I want it to do. It's stepping over a little bit at a time. It's going to take, like 5 passes to clear it out, going 0.15 of an inch to go the near 0.75. I'm going to go ahead and exit my simulation. And okay, I'm good. So I got 1 in there. Now I'm going to right click and do the next operation. Well, I'm not going to right click. I'm going to just come up to 2D and I'm going to do a contour. This is going to go and create an outside house. It has these nice pop-ups. I haven't done roughing and finishing passes. We'll talk about that, and we'll take a look at what that does. But I'm going to go ahead now. This pops up, and I'm into a 2D contour. So I'm going to want to choose, let's see, I'm going to, again, I'm just going to leave the end mill. It automatically popped up as end mill. If not, I'd go select it. I'm comfortable with a cutting feed rate of 75 inches a minute. That's not particularly fast. It's pushing a little bit. Multi-axis, again, I leave it blank. Geometry. All right, this is going to be a little bit more. So now I want to be careful. I don't want to choose on top when I choose my contours, because you can see that doesn't give me the whole thing. I'm going to go and click on the bottom of these. That way the rabbits don't mess me up, because I just want basically saying, hey, cut out these rectangles in these different shapes. I have 5 closed chains. If I look from the top, I can see them highlighted here. That's good. All right, now on this, I'm also going to put tabs in here because I don't want it breaking loose at the end. And you can see there, that's, ooh, yeah. You can see exactly what tabs are for that picture. I'm going to leave tabs to hold my work in place as I remove from the rest of the stock, and I don't want to mar it with a bit. Then I'll go through and I'll slice those with a multi-tool, and we'll shave them off for the flush trim bit. So I'm going to go ahead and click tabs. Now it randomly puts them in all over the place. I'm not so wild about that move there. I'll be honest with you, it gets a little overwhelming. So what I'm going to do is, my workaround is I change the distance between them to 200 inches, and then I go in there and manually place where I want. So what I want to do is I want to put them on the edges here. Now this is pretty wide. It's 25 inches. Yeah, this is the 25-inch line here. It's not very, so I have plenty of room on the top and bottom to place tabs. So I'm going to place 2 on each one. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm going to have this hold itself. So on the top of this one, I'm going to go here and here, here, and here. I'll put 1 over here. Again, I want it to hold securely, but I don't want to spend all my time. So I'm going to, and I'm satisfied that that will hang in there. I go ahead and use thicker tabs. The tab's height, I go 0.25. If I got to deal with it, the router doesn't care. I just make them thicker, and I make that 0.35. So I change the tab width and height. I place tabs on there, and I'm satisfied with that. Now I'm going to go to heights. I like to go with isometric. All right, so nothing has changed. The retract height, clearance height, feed height, I'm okay with. Top height is the stock, top of the stock. That's where I'm going to start cutting. That is lined up perfectly. That's great. Now I've got to add the bottom height. I'm going to go to selection. Oh, you know what? For the bottom height, I'm going to go to the bottom of my model, stock bottom. Let's look. Did that do it? Yeah, that did it. That's going to go there. Now I could offset a little bit, so maybe I put in negative point. Whoops. Negative. I'm going to put. Let's see, 0.1, and take a look. Did that move down? Oh my gosh. Lower than that? Nope, that moves it up. So I want that to be a negative number. And then please, 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 you see that's too much. That's 1/10 of an inch. That's a lot. I'm just going to move it down 0.03. I don't want to tear that up, but that's going to assure that I go through all the way. Actually, that's a little bit much. I'm going to just do 0.02. I'm going to do 1/50th of an inch or 1/100th of an inch. So that's going to be my cutting depth. Now I have to go to multiple passes, children. All right. So I could leave stock. Okay. If I start looking at this, I have the option under roughing passes. Oops, I'm going to go ahead. I could leave stock. I'm going to uncheck that, or stock to leave. I could leave some stock on as I go around and then go back and shave it off and do a nice job. Right now I'm just going to hog it out because this is shop quality furniture. So I am going to go to multiple depths. And what I'm going to do is the maximum roughing step down is going to be 0.25 inches. I'm going to go 1/4 inch. That means it'll do it in 3 passes. Not going to touch anything else. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to leave the linking alone, and I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go ahead now and preview my machining. And I'll jump forward a bit. Let's go ahead and just drag this. Ooh, and you can see it'll start leaving me some tabs here eventually. Yeah, so it's going to go in there and it's going to cut that out around there. So I'm satisfied with that. I can exit my thing. The last thing I need to do is I need to prepare this for my machine. So I'm ready to go. So I am going to right click up here and hit post process, and this is where I'm going to utilize this post processing program. For right now we can do this on my computer. We might have to log in here to use mine until I figure out how to use the Chromebooks. I would name this Toolholder, and then I'm going to post process it. This kicks it. Okay, it successfully posted it. So now if I go to my file folder and go to my downloads, I will have Toolholder, which just happened right now at 3:24 Tuesday afternoon. It just appeared. That will be drug onto the flash drive plugged in, and we will roll.